Welcome back to another episode of the Nights in the AM podcast.
We'll be bringing you up to date on Central Florida sports, news, and all things UCF with your hosts, Zach Klauber and Brendan Stegner.
And as always, go Knights.
And charge on.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nights in the AM podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Zach, and unfortunately, we do not have Steg today, but we have two very special guests. We have good old Zuck and Brendan Callahan. Why don't you guys say hello?
Hi, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Steg is actually in New York.
Yes, he
so
is.
I have to carry this one, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit scared for this podcast.
Ouch.
That really hurts.
Yeah, for real.
You don't have faith in us.
Is this this is your first time recording a podcast, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we'll do fine.
all right. Well, I guess the audience
see.
can be the judge of it. I'll probably think you did bad. But no, we're gonna really try our best to hold it together here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my best to keep it on, and I need your support, Cal and Zuck,
We got you, bro.
in this podcast. Y'all got anything you want to talk about real quick? You want me to talk about my pack story that I always lead with?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
All right. So Pack this week
Oh, no.
has shit in his crate almost every single day,
Every day.
and he actually shit in his crate twice yesterday. So it's really a bad week for Pack.
All right, next to his bed right now.
Could be. We're actually recording in Ant's room,
We stuck him in Nick Red's room, so
and he was screaming. He was screaming in Nick Red's room. But it's a
Love
rough
Pack.
week for Pack, and I am almost at my limit, guys, when it
You
comes
were
to
very
it.
annoyed today, or yesterday. Rather.
Yeah, I was really annoyed. He just when I'm doing homework on the couch and he jumps up and jumps on my computer. He broke
Yeah.
my computer. I was doing homework on it, he jumped on it and just the screen shut off. And it was still on and I couldn't get the screen back on for 15 minutes. So I'm getting really tired of Pack. I'm getting really tired of the apartment. You see how many dishes we have in our sink,
it's
bro.
pretty messy, bro.
It's all Steven, man. Steven's a bum. Seth's a bum, Steven's a bum. It's true, bro. You guys from the outside don't even get all of it, but you also know that Steven's a bum. You know what I mean?
No comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet on that.
All right. Well,
We'll let you have your own opinion about Steven.
I'm pretty vocal about Steven. You're a bum.
know.
I know Steven doesn't listen because he doesn't support his friends, bro, but you're a bum, Steven. Nick Red, less bum than usual. Ant would be less bum if Pac didn't exist.
Garbo rankings
Yeah,
come out.
Garbo rankings.
Garbo
Very
rankings
soon.
come out. Yeah,
There's
very
gonna be
soon.
some major shifts going on,
That's facts.
according to Zach, because he's been
I was-
developing some opinions.
I was mad today. Let's talk about that real quick. I am
definitely.
baseball. Starting pitcher Chris just doesn't show up, doesn't text anyone, nothing.
Pretty
He
Garbo, Chris.
left us one man short all game.
And we were lucky that we were playing a team that was 2 men short.
Yeah, we were
Or
playing a
three,
team,
maybe.
two or three men short,
Mm-hmm.
2 girls on the team. We still won 14-4 if we
Yeah.
want to start talking about that now.
Yeah, we can talk about it real quick. I pitched better than... Oh, we didn't because we missed the first IM game, too.
yeah.
First IM game, pitched
yeah.
really bad. I walked 7 batters. Steg pulled me.
Tough
Kristen
first game.
Enrique saved the game, but we still lost. Didn't save the game, but
They pitched
cut,
well.
cut the damages, yeah. This game, Ant pitched. He was doing all right. For his first time pitching and never warming up, he did straight.
He got 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
Great.
My first pitch I threw, I hit the kid, hits off his hand, and hits the ump in the nut,
Yeah,
and the
I
ump was
was-
down for the count.
I was catching for that one. So I was standing behind the plate, called an inside pitch, expected Zach to throw it where I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of went too far inside, but the batter, I'm going to blame this one on the
Yeah.
batter,
Me
not
too.
you, Zach.
He hit it.
The
Thank you.
batter reached his hand out, tried to catch the ball, bounced off his hand, and hit the umpire square in the nuts.
Yeah.
If you're in a baseball game and you're batting, you do not reach your hand out to try to
Yeah,
stop
no,
that ball.
definitely not. And
You
I
let it
don't
hit
throw
you.
that fast. Imagine it was Enrique
Yeah,
throwing
you were,
or something.
Yeah, you were throwing 70.
Yeah.
So 70 hits a hand straight to the nuts. That's still gonna hurt though.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was
That's on
really
the-
bad.
that's
But it
on
was
the
everyone played really well in the game. Zucky got another triple.
I did let
Cal-
off the triple.
Cal, you were on base every time you were up, right?
Yeah, 4 walks.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did
You did not get a single hit?
Nope. There was
Ah.
one strike thrown to me. I fouled it off.
I honestly thought you got a double at one point.
No, I just kept
Did you
stealing.
score on all 4 times?
Yep.
That's good. Well, yeah. I don't have any other IM news except Seth's a bum, actually. Seth and
Yeah,
IM
that was
Sports.
annoying.
Seth, I
Seth
borderline
did.
want you cut from the team.
Seth did get a hit though, which Cal did not. So
That is true.
That-
Maybe
that's
I should
true.
have kicked off.
I mean, I got a hit too, and Cal didn't, so I
Ouch.
cranked a double. But then I struck out twice and got walked once. But yeah, let's get Seth off the team. Trey's a good addition. Gabe.
Trey's a great addition. Gabe, for never playing baseball before, did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Him in the field, we just stuck him on third base. 'cause
Yeah.
Barely any balls get hit over there.
I don't think any did. actually.
He wasn't even playing third, right? But
It's fine.
Yeah, he lined up like a base
bit,
runner
yeah.
on third, like
I
between
told him
third
to
and
come over,
home.
and he like steps one step over. I was like, it's not
But
worth it.
it's all right. He stood in the box. He made contact a few times.
Yeah, no, that's all we ask for.
Definitely.
But no, let's hop into the recap. So
Yeah.
Zuck and Cal, you're regular listeners, so you know that we're going to go through the recap with no analysis, and then we will go back and give our expert opinions on each of the sports,
Our
okay?
expert opinions.
So you can give me a little or cool or whatever you need to
Okay,
for
buddy.
when I give you the stats, and you can give a little, if we lose, a little, one of those, but
Sure.
save the opinions, okay? All right, so I'm going to go through the recap.
Let's hear it.
Starting with women's soccer. 2 games we've missed. Won both of them against SMU and against Houston. We beat SMU 2-1, Houston 3-0. A little fun fact here. In the SMU game, there was 22 total fouls.
Wow.
11 on each. But then the Houston game, there's only 3 for us and 0
wow.
for them.
Wow.
Kristen Scott and Zandy Soray scored 1 in both. We played really well. We'll go on to men's soccer. We beat FAU. The only game we missed was an FAU we beat in OT. We went into OT with them 3-2. Well, it was 2-2 when we went in. Even though we were out shooting them 16-6. So that means of their 6 shots, 2 of them went in. But in the 94th, Cal Jennings hit the game winner.
Of course.
So Cal is still on fire. UCF volleyball, we have bad news then good news. Bad news, we got swept by Cincy.
We did. That's.
We were close. We had 19, then 24, then 20. But then good news today,
yeah.
we swept ECU.
Bring out the.
Not
brooms.
even close. They scored 15 in the second, 15 in the third, and only 12 in the first set.
Yep.
McKenna Melville in the. I'm not going to talk about stats for the Cincy game because we did not do great, but Narissa did lead in blocks in the Cincy game and in the ECU game.
We're big fans of Narissa around here.
I'm a big fan of Narissa. That is true.
Especially Zach, yeah.
She had 3 blocks in the Cincy game, 4 in the ECU game. McKenna Melville had 16 kills in the ECU game. And Drezzy Pass had 4 aces.
There we
in
go.
In the ECU game. That's Zuck's girl right there, baby. So that's great. As of right now, actually, there's a women's golf invitational still going on. It is the Gold Princess Invitational.
Lit.
We are currently in 5th. We were 4th yesterday, 5th. Or 4th 2 days ago, now 5th. So
we
hopefully
know
we pick it back
How
up.
many teams?
Yeah. Do we know how many teams are in it?
I believe it was 8.
And do we know which teams are ahead of us?
I can double check, but I do not have it.
We can get that later.
We can come back to it when we go to our golf analysis because
Yep.
so, out of us though, you're a big golf guy. You can go through it, right?
I have paid attention to golf in the past. My dad is a pretty big golf fan, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, if you can go through it, and then the last recap we have is a UCF football loss to Cincinnati, 24-27.
That hurts.
We had 423 offensive yards. They only had 341. Dylan Gabriel stats 25 for 46, 297, 1 touchdown, 3 picks, and was sacked 3 times. And some positive that I found, all 3 running backs averaged at least 3.8 yards per carry,
That's not bad.
with I believe it was Greg McCrae averaging about 6. So let's hop into it. Do we want to talk about volleyball first? Or do we want to talk about football first? That's up to you, boys.
That's up to us.
I know we have a lot of football.
Yeah,
wanna go
let's
volleyball?
just get football out of the way. Let's get football out of the way.
All right,
So
that-
we can end on a positive,
That's
start
true.
with a negative.
That's true. So we lost to Cincinnati. We are now out of the AP poll. We are not ranked anymore. We only received, what was it, Zuck, 6 votes or 8?
6 or 8, something around
Pretty
there.
generous, to be honest.
And it's not looking good for us.
No.
Cal, I know we watched the game together.
Yep.
Zuck, were you here?
No, I went and watched it on my
Oh,
phone
yeah,
with my
I forgot
roommates.
you're cooler than us and you have other friends.
I am much cooler than you guys.
But me and Cal watched again. We were very angry at the time. We started talking about it, but we decided to save it. So let's go through what me and Steg sometimes argue about is who to blame. But I think we're all going to be in agreement here on what is the main blame. Do you guys want to say it at the same time?
3, 2, 1.
Dylan Gabriel. All right.
Cal
So
was
we.
on, Cal
I
was
was
on a
gonna say
different
play
page.
calls and then Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and blame that on Dylan Gabriel solely because of his freshman inexperience.
Yep.
Yeah.
He still does not know when to pass up on throwing a risky pass and when to actually make the risky pass. His deep ball wasn't working because he couldn't take the crowd noise.
Yep.
He, at one point, seemed like he couldn't hear the coach's play call at all.
Which respect to Cincy fans for that.
Yeah. So his inexperience, I'm gonna place that as the blame for our loss. But I think we didn't. We did bad, but it was a close game at the end. We've only lost by 1 and 3 points this year.
Yeah.
So
Is it enough to bet? Like, do you think we should still be in the top 25?
I don't think so.
I was hoping the committee would put us at 25 at the highest, but unfortunately they did not.
Yeah, no, Cincy is 25th right now, actually.
Yeah, which means that we would not even come close to the 25th spot.
I would say my main problem with Dylan Gabriel, his deep ball definitely wasn't working. And it's all, like, I agree with you, it's all, having a rookie in there.
Yeah.
But he still doesn't go through his progressions.
Yeah, that's what I was
he
gonna
does
say.
not.
It's-
It's really bad. He
Stares one
sees.
down.
I feel like he before the snap is even called, he has a receiver in mind that he's going to on each play.
Yep,
and
100%.
he
He
doesn't-
watches Gabe
yeah.
Davis run that deep fly every time he runs
And
it.
with respect to Gabe Davis, he's always open
But
for the most part.
honestly,
But
Gabe had a bad game against
He
Cincy
did.
too.
he did. He had a couple drops.
Yeah, he had like 3 or 4 drops. Obviously, like,
The slip.
yeah, he slipped on the one that led to a pick, and obviously some of those drops probably were good defense. But when we're down 24-27, like, and you're our star receiver,
Yeah, when
we're
you're the star, you
we're
gotta show
expecting
up.
you to win 1-on-1s. You know what I mean? It's not like an easy play drop. It's not like, a hard play and then it's a drop and then we're up by 30 and we don't have to worry about it. But it's like, that's the time we need you. We don't care if you're making easy catches and
I
when
do
we're winning.
remember watching the game and seeing 2 or 3 different plays where Dylan Gabriel tried the deep ball and Gabe Davis had his defender beat by 5 yards and Dylan Gabriel overthrew him by another 5 yards. So
Yeah. No, yeah, Dylan Gabriel was definitely not doing well. He also doesn't understand when to either throw the ball away or take the sack or just run.
Yeah.
just
Because
get out of
running for
pocket.
2 yards even is better than taking a sack. And it's like, there was the fumble we had on that read option.
Yeah, that was really bad.
But it's just like he what he does is he stares through the progression. And it's like, it's not even terrible for a rookie if you can't go through your progressions well, because that comes with time.
Yeah.
But it's like he stares at his progression. He finds his number 1. When it's not there, he just continues to look. I wouldn't even be mad if in that game he decided, let me watch Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis isn't open in 2 seconds. I'll just tuck it and run. Like, we would have had more yards than when we were getting. It's the fact that he stays with it and just assumes that Gabe Davis will then readjust and get open. Like, I'm not sure. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
why
I
wouldn't
do.
he?
He definitely needs to learn how to, when he doesn't go through his progressions like he should, when he doesn't see that his wide receiver 1 is open, he needs to learn how to scramble out of the pocket. Because so many times there, like you said, if he scrambled out of the pocket, there was gaps, there was green grass that he could have run through to get the first.
100%. And because of how wide we play, blitzers tend to blitz us to the outside and keep Gabriel in the pocket.
But
And then you have the open field. You have the middle of the field.
green grass in front of you. You don't even need to leave the pocket. You just run straight.
Yeah, and because we're a couple days removed, I can't remember too many play calling errors I saw. But just looking at the stats, our running game was working, and I feel like we threw it away. I feel like we always
Yeah,
throw
he
it away
threw
very
46
quickly.
times, you said? Or-
Yeah, it was. I'll double check, but it was like, it was in the 40. I think
We
it was
did
40.
run a ton of plays, though.
When our
Yeah, we did.
running backs are doing that well, there's no reason to have 3 picks in the game. No reason.
Yeah, 46. Yeah, and like I mentioned, the lowest one of the 3 running backs average was 3.8, which is good, which is like an average NFL running back is running 3.8. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you run 3.8 3 times and you get in a first down.
So when do you guys think he should have been removed during the game?
Yes, probably at
think-
halftime.
I'm not a fan of our offensive coordinator anymore. I think we need a new offensive coordinator because I was talking to Steggy last week. When our offensive coordinator is calling plays as bad as that and we're not getting first downs throughout the game, I don't know if it's him calling the plays or it's Heupel calling plays. If Heupel's calling the plays, we need an offensive coordinator that Heupel can trust to call the plays so Heupel stops calling the plays.
Yeah, he's not a good play caller.
If it is the offensive coordinator calling the plays, we need a new offensive coordinator because it's
Because we
really
don't
bad now.
actually run plays. Like, we have such a limited playbook because we just always run that read option, and then every wide receiver runs one of 3 routes that
deep ball mainly.
Yeah, it's all deep ball, or it's that comeback, like that 4-yard comeback that they run to Nixon a lot.
Last against UConn, Gabe Davis had that crossing route that he
And it
broke
worked.
the defenders.
Yeah, worked every time.
every time. And then we didn't go back to any crossing routes this game. We never had one throw over the field.
Yeah,
like, down the middle of the
the
field.
only
It's really bad.
the only
know
ones I
more.
can think about that were even towards the middle of the field, Cal, is when we were watching, and it was like when Gabe would like start to get pressured and he would toss it over the line to the tight end, and they ran that like twice and dropped it. Do you remember that?
Yep, and then on that pick,
And then on the pick,
Yep.
same exact
In the
situation.
red zone, yep. That one hurt.
But yeah, no, I think Gabe should have got pulled. I'm sorry, Dylan Gabriel should have got pulled. I understand why they didn't, because they don't want to kill his confidence and all that.
Yeah, a freshman quarterback needs to have confidence.
But it's like, if you're having a bad game, and especially in the situation we're in, coming 2 weeks removed from a loss to Pitt, we know we can't lose again. We know we couldn't have even lost one. We cannot lose another one. And then we refuse to put Mac or Wimbush in. And what, I think it was Jared was talking to me about it. Mac, I know he came in for that one play when Dylan Gabriel had a heart attack. Remember? You remember that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
He
he
really
grabbed his chest and went down like
no contact.
yeah, 15 seconds after the hit. Really scary. But I'm glad he's okay. But Mac might not have been 100%, and that could explain why they didn't want to put him in, and maybe they don't trust
But
Wimbush.
we also have Wimbush, and
I think Wimbush would have
personally
actually done better against that defense than Gabriel would have,
because Wimbush
bigger.
scrambles and runs more often.
Yep.
I also, going back to the first game of the season, Wimbush didn't do awful, but Dylan Gabriel did better than him in the first game of the season.
Yeah, it's also
Wimbush,
because
yeah.
he's a rookie and stuff helps
Yeah.
him. But no, I agree. I think we
When-
should have put Wimbush in at least.
When your quarterback's go-to play, the deep ball, is not there because he's overthrowing his receivers, and he has that many picks in the game, plus a fumble in the first half, you need to go to your backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And we have one of the deepest quarterback cores in the nation.
Yeah, no,
All those quarterbacks we have behind Dylan Gabriel. So
yeah, no, I agree. I Mac, once I said, maybe wasn't 100%, but I also, by switching a quarterback, because Dylan Gabriel and Brandon Wimbush are very different quarterbacks.
yes, very.
You give the defense a new look. Wimbush, I don't think any defense fears Dylan Gabriel is going to turn and run. He doesn't. He never does.
Yeah, he ran twice.
But Wimbush, that is a big concern. And Wimbush isn't a small guy.
No, he can break a tackle.
Yeah, he's a good tackle breaker. Speaking about breaking tackles, I actually thought our defense tackled way better in
Our
this
defense,
game.
I agree.
This was a notably better game tackle, open field wise for our defense, but we couldn't stop their offense.
Yeah, when it mattered most at the end, when they were running down the clock, we did miss quite a few that really
And a lot of it actually, do you remember the touchdown he had when he scrambled and threw it, cut back a little bit?
yes.
That's just miscommunication. Unless someone got burned by 15 yards, but it's probably just a miss, because we only run man. That's a thing too, right? We watch our plays, we only run man, and they probably just didn't switch off correctly, because that guy was wide open. So it's just I don't know. It's
It was a bad game.
does Hypo call both sides of the ball?
I hope not.
I doubt it, right?
I
I
really
doubt
hope
it.
not.
Does he call offense? Probably.
I
I'm
feel
guessing.
no, yeah. I feel like if he calls anything, I feel like he calls our offensive plays, which is why we need a new offensive coordinator.
It's
back to
common
that.
for
But,
a coach
yeah,
to
it's
call
very-
one side.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, Hypo was an offensive coordinator in the past, so I
And he
feel
played
like would call-
quarterback.
Yeah, so I feel like he calls our offense.
And he's not doing good at it. And I don't blame Hypo as much as I blame Gabe Davis. Well, I guess I blame him in terms of not pulling him, but I don't know, maybe I do blame him, because we didn't go to the run and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know, but we just we get stagnant at a point. That's the problem with Dylan Gabriel, because Mackenzie Milton is a great quarterback.
yeah.
Mackenzie Milton was versatile, and he's fun to watch, and I think it is fun to watch Dylan Gabriel chuck it down to Gabe Davis, but we are a very stagnant offense when things aren't working, because Gabriel doesn't have that improvisation skills that Mackenzie Milton had, and he can't roll out of the pocket, and he can't tuck it and run, and I don't know, certain things come with time, obviously, looking at different receivers and going through better play calling and better reads, but does that explosiveness ever come with time? I don't know, right?
I
don't
just
know.
think it's the type of quarterback he is.
Yeah, it's just the type of quarterback, and he's a lefty,
That is
so
true.
that hurts. But no, he just sits he's a pocket passer, and that's fine. But we don't call plays for a pocket passer.
Yeah.
We have one guy run a deep route, one guy curl,
need
and then that's it.
We need to dip into the New Orleans Saints playbook.
Some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got their pocket passer in Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
They have a playbook designed solely for him.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just focus on getting a playbook developed for a pocket passer,
Yeah, no, definitely.
we would be better off than having the 4 plays that we have already.
Well,
that we run
I wonder
constantly.
if it's Heupel's decision to start. Is Heupel a Dylan Gabriel fan? Do you think,
I honestly,
or do you think it's a higher up decision?
I don't know how much power Heupel has. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
much power our offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator have. That's something that I wish they would have more communication with the fans with, so they could get suggestions.
Yeah.
Because it's not looking good for UCF football right now.
No, it's not. But that's the thing, like, who has to say on the quarterback? Because if Heupel likes running this fast-paced offense, like, Dylan Gabriel isn't the better fit of the quarterbacks. I think he's a better quarterback than Wimbush and Mack.
Yes.
And I think we see potential in him, but is he the best for the system? Probably not.
Which is why I feel like if we develop an offense that like goes along with his play style throughout the next 3 years, we could be set 2 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we get that though. Like, hopefully we work on it, and hopefully Gabriel. That's the thing too. Hopefully Dylan Gabriel can bounce back after a bad week. Because we're hitting him hard here, and I'm sure he's taking flack in a lot of other places.
Yeah, I'm still a Dylan Gabriel fan. I have faith that he can be developed into a great quarterback. Mm-hmm. But right now, he lacks the experience that great quarterbacks in college have. Every away game so far, his numbers drop. Against Pitt, he did not do well, which is one reason why we lost. Mm-hmm. Against Cincinnati, not great again. 3 picks, fumble. We need him to be better on the road.
No, definitely.
Need him to be better on the road.
We also, like Steg mentioned it, and I didn't agree too much when it came to the Pitt game, but more now. But since we need a different attitude as a team, we need an attitude of dog. Like I talk about that with my youth kids all the time, but we need that attitude. Our D line, I like actually. I think we need to do a little bit better, but I don't know. We don't have edge. We don't have, what personalities do we have on the team right now?
I don't know.
Gabe Davis is quiet. Trey Nixon's quiet.
We need
all of our running backs are quiet.
We need somebody on each team specifically, one offensive leader, one defensive leader, and one special teams leader to step up.
Yeah, and we lost Savage Pat. Loudermilk would have been the special teams one.
Yeah.
Milton obviously was a leader on offense, so
but he's not on the field anymore, and we need somebody to own up and take the leadership role.
Definitely.
When we're playing bad and we don't have a leader to get our heads back in the game, that it just leads to a spiral of bad plays. Mm-hmm. And if we have that leader that steps up and gets our team's minds right, we'll notice better play throughout the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we need to find it quick because...
Very quick.
Well, this season... Because what we were talking about, Zuck, is that we most likely will not play in our bowl game. In our conference game.
Conference championship.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Because Memphis is undefeated, and Cincy... If Cincy even, they can afford to lose one still and probably make it.
Yeah, Cincinnati. We don't need to worry about Memphis because they're on the other side. We would play them. Mm-hmm. But Cincinnati's at the top of our division right now, the American East. If they win out, they get the ticket to the conference championship.
Yeah. And
if they lose one, they still get the ticket to the conference championship.
Yeah, because they beat us. And they do have to play Memphis, which could lose to, and they do have to play Temple, maybe Houston, maybe.
I'm hoping they take a loss to Memphis and Temple. That would be great for us. And then we have to win out. There's no excuses anymore.
Yeah, no, seriously. If we lose, and what we were talking about too, Zuck, and I'm gonna transition this into all college football, but if you're a non-Power 5 team in any conference, doesn't have to be ours, you should be very upset that UCF lost. Because
going into the season, we had a 9% chance from the ESPN analysts to make the college playoffs. Mm-hmm. No other non-Power 5 conference had any chance at all.
Yeah.
It was the big schools, Alabama, Clemson, they all had 50% chances to make it.
Yep.
And UCF was the only one that had any sort of a chance going into this season.
Yeah, and now it's now there's no chance for a Power 5 because we're kind of proving. I mean, I understand we're losing within conference. I mean, we lost to Pitt, but we're proving we can't hang with big teams because now Cincy beat UCF and Cincy got smacked by Ohio State.
Yeah,
I think Ohio State's the best team in the nation, but it's still my point that they're not going to waste a playoff spot for us.
Yeah,
when teams like Oklahoma or Ohio State or Georgia.
Another reason to expand it to an 18 playoff to give those smaller teams a chance.
Definitely,
because the committee will never give a non-Power 5 school a chance. I don't think, unless it was UCF, but we kind of blew it.
Yeah, no, we definitely did.
They're not going to... If only 4 teams make it, they've got to pick the best 4 teams, and Power 5 schools are going to make them the most money if they make it. So,
Well, with that, Zuck and Cal, let's talk about the best 4 teams in the country.
All right.
Right now, AP Power Rankings, 1 and 2 did not change. It is Alabama and Clemson. Number 3 changed to Ohio State.
But isn't it a three-way tie or a two-way tie for third? Ohio State.
Oh yeah, and Georgia are tied. So
tied.
technically, that would be the playoffs then.
Yes, that would be the playoffs.
LSU would be 5th, Oklahoma 6th. UF moved up from beating Auburn.
Yeah, they
Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Penn State moved up. Texas is still there.
What happens with the tie? Because third is like a lot better than fourth because you potentially play.
Yeah, Clemson or Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do ties work if it's tied for fourth too? I don't know.
I think it goes to record, but
if they're both undefeated.
They're both undefeated. Then I think it goes to point differential.
Well, they probably wouldn't be tied though because Georgia and LSU are third and fifth. So it's like, and Alabama's in the top, so like they have to lose eventually.
Yeah.
So maybe that eliminates a tie because there's no other conference where that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know, like.
Yeah, because Clemson can win out, and
because what if UF wins out and they decide to put them there?
UF might make it. Yeah.
I don't even know, like.
UF plays LSU. They made that another college game day this week.
Oh, really? So that's 2 in a row for Florida?
Yeah, right.
Two
They had
college
Auburn.
game days in a week.
That's kind
2
of lame.
Yeah, but
UF fans are lame.
It was a top 10 matchup between UF and Auburn, and it is another top 10 matchup this week between LSU and Florida. So,
I mean, yeah, but it's just like, why give them 2 in a row? You know, why have UF involved in 2? Their fans suck. You know that, Zuck. You used to be a fan.
I used to be a fan.
And don't the fans suck?
They transferring from a UF fan base to a UCF fan base. I do realize that UF fans can be very annoying. They can be.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, dude.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
All UF fans want is for UCF's demise, which leads into another thing I wanted to bring up. Have you noticed how when UCF wins the last 2 seasons, undefeated, people pretend like we're not there, but as soon as we lost, we're the talk of the week both times.
No, definitely. And that actually is also like, me and Steggy used to talk about it. Do you remember our old intro video, Cal? For before football games, like the one they show in the stadium?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like Mackenzie Milton walking through Knights Towers and all that. In it, it's like, they talked about how we weren't entitled for this, like we worked for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really true, and I don't get why people hate us. Like, we went from a defeated team to an undefeated team, and we're not a school like Alabama or Clemson or Florida even that can lose and then still make the playoffs. Like we're not owed anything, so I don't understand where that hate comes from.
UCF went from 0-12 to 12-0 with 3-star recruits every week.
Yeah. So
3-star recruits every year, played their games every week, won out 2 years in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why that hate comes that way.
I think it's probably from the claiming of the national championship.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good point.
It kind of does annoy me even
as a UCF fan.
I did see somebody say on Twitter that without claiming the national championship in 2017, we probably wouldn't be as big as we are because
definitely
because of like the old saying, no publicity is bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you're claiming your own national championship, that's getting you recognition. It's getting people to talk about you, and even if it's talking bad about you, we made it up.
Yeah,
into
some
the
people
top
believe
10 last year.
Yeah, no,
the
definitely.
recruits believe it.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to get better players and stuff like that, but I just hope we can bounce back.
Yeah, I hope we bounce
That's
back.
in the
season.
We need more recruits coming in. We need 4 stars and eventually 5 stars if we ever want to be a big school like Alabama.
Definitely. Last thing I want to say about the rankings, I said Cincinnati is 25th. Also in our conference, 23rd is Memphis, 21st is SMU. So we do not play SMU, nor do we play Memphis in the regular season. So that is not very good for us.
No, it's
not.
not.
Who left do we have? We have Houston. We have ECU, then Houston, and then we have USF. And one game I'm missing, right? Do we? Oh,
we play Temple, right?
Temple. No, we play Temple and Tulane, I think.
All right.
So those are the 2 games left.
Has Tulane lost in conference play yet?
I will double check.
Tulane, from what I've seen, has been doing pretty well lately.
They just beat Army, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will double check. So we go ECU,
4-1,
Temple, then Houston. Oh, Tulsa, Tulane, USF. Tulane has lost 1. So, that could be good for us. Let's see what they lost to. They lost to Auburn. So, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were actually, hanging into that game in the first half. They ended up losing 24-6. But I remember because that was the same day the UCF FAU game was on, and we watched an Applebee's with that drunk that was talking to us. So, that's good. I don't know if that is enough to put us in top 25.
I don't know. I'm hoping we do crack the top 25 by the end of the season again. I hope we get into a respectable bowl. It's not going to be a New Year's Six anymore. We kind of blew those chances. I hope we get into a respectable bowl, win it, come back next season ranked like 20th, hopefully. That's probably reaching, but hopefully somewhere in that 20 to 25 range, and we can prove ourselves again next year. Bounce back.
Yeah, no, hopefully. I just saw a fun game because I was looking at who Tulane played. And they just play a bunch of random schools, so I'm going to tell you guys the initials, and you tell me the school, okay? MOST. Tulane beat MOST.
Missouri State.
Correct. Do you know their mascot?
No clue.
I don't know. I've heard of them. Aren't they like a bird of some kind?
No, it's a bear, I think, but I don't know. They also then Missouri State, they played NAU and lost.
I do not know who NAU is.
NAU is Northern Arizona. They also lost to Kenn. Kenn. Yeah, Kenn.
Kansas of some kind?
Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State.
So I don't know why Tulane's even playing this school, to be honest. They also play WIU, who are 0-5, and that's Western Illinois.
Yeah, they've pulled off some big upsets in the past. They're a noticeable program.
What about SDAK?
San Diego? I don't know.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Something. I don't know, but that's funny. They play some bums.
Yeah.
I say.
Sounds like it.
INST. What is it?
INST?
Indiana State.
INST. Indiana State?
Yeah. Damn, that's ugly. Those are some ugly teams.
Very, yeah.
Tulane, Tulane beat them. Missouri State 58-6. So that also beat Houston.
Did they?
Yeah, so I mean that helps us.
What's Houston's record this year?
Houston's record is, I just had it. Houston
2-3.
is 2-3.
Yeah, Houston,
but they lost to a big team, didn't they?
I don't think they're that good this year.
Yeah, Houston was supposed to be a pretty good team this year. ESPN.
They lost to
Washington State.
to Oklahoma and Washington State.
ESPN thought highly of them this year. They saw their strength of schedule. They saw they were playing Washington State, and ESPN thought Houston was going to be good this year. It turns out
they're really not
great.
Really not good at all, actually.
Yeah. Which is a shame because we play them.
Yeah. No, that's unfortunate though. That's all I got for football. You want to talk about girls volleyball real quick?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
All right. So Zuck, do you want to talk about what happened?
Okay.
The terrible event that happened at the Cincinnati game.
Terrible.
upset.
They should. Oh my God, they should be ashamed of themselves. In the unfortunate sweep of UCF by Cincinnati, during one of the plays,
Yeah.
It hurts to talk about. They spiked a ball into our MVP McKenna Melville's face.
Yeah, and she went down hard.
She went down hard to the ground, holding her face. I'm not sure whether she broke her nose or not. I'm hoping she didn't. I'm looking forward to the next girls volleyball game at home so we can check up on her.
Is that this weekend?
It is on the 13th, I believe.
That's Sunday?
Sunday,
Which
right?
is next Sunday, yeah.
All right, are we going?
I'm going.
Absolutely. I mean, we might have a baseball game, but
Oh, true.
I'm also missing, because of my flight, I'm missing a lot of games, bro. I kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
I might have to miss next Sunday.
We might just have to cancel next Sunday and go watch girls volleyball.
Honestly. But I was thinking, because a lot of the pod members, I'm not going to name names here, because I don't. This would actually hurt someone's feelings, not like the Garbo rankings. But a bunch of members, multiple, over 10. They're like, hey, I want to come to the volleyball games with you. But I, in a way, don't even want them to come to the volleyball games.
It's like our thing.
Yeah, it's the
There's
podcast
some that
thing.
can sneak in, but
I agree.
Do you feel like Enrique could sneak in? I feel like
Yeah, Enrique could,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
he's got the enthusiasm.
I agree.
there's certain people that could sneak in.
Not
but-
naming names.
Not anyways, but I don't want to
Yeah, but that's because I
my
thought
goal
Enrique-
is to get one of them on the podcast, right? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, and we don't
And
want
certain
any-
members of that would ruin my chances of getting them on the
because
podcast.
with their Garboness.
Yeah, guilty by association.
Yes.
Like-
yeah, I see your point.
So I think we all have to be cautious. Maybe it should be like a vote. Maybe me, you, Steg, us two, and Steg.
So the Garbo committee.
Yeah, Garbo
Basically,
committee,
yeah.
basically. Well, I mean, it's all linked. It's all linked. You know what I mean? It's all linked.
It is.
Someone
If
Garbo,
you're
they're going to be
Garbo,
Garbo at the
you're Garbo.
volleyball game. Yeah,
If you're Garbo, you're Garbo.
that's true, bro. If you're Garbo, you're Garbo, and you're hurting us. You're hurting us. Not only do you embarrass me
You're
in
hurting
our friend group,
podcasts.
but now you're embarrassing me in front of the volleyball team.
Which in turn hurts.
I don't mean to
podcast.
sound entitled. I hope I'm not coming off as pretentious.
No, you are, but it's
That's
okay.
okay.
I feel like I could be. No, I'm a businessman. The podcast is a business. I'm getting people in.
It is a business.
I'm getting people on. I'm trying to get volleyball players. It'd be cool because we don't know anything about volleyball really.
What are we gonna do about this McKenna-Millville situation though? Are we gonna riot?
Should we jump Cincy's bus?
We should.
Next time Cincy's here, any sport,
they come here?
I don't
like throw rocks at the bus.
I don't want to incriminate us because we're putting this on a public forum, but I feel like their tires might be slashed next time they come to UCF.
That's what happens in soccer games, like in like Germany and stuff. They like break the windows and flip it and stuff. Well, like remember Conor McGregor? Like
I was just about to bring that up.
A dolly.
He threw something through the window of that other guy's bus.
Yeah, and he got arrested for it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
But he like bailed himself out and never got charged for it.
That's good. That's what rich people do. That's what money does for you.
Which is why
did you see
need
the
to
fights
keep the
yesterday?
podcast running smoothly so we can make money.
So when we went to watch the, now we'll move on to pro sports a little bit because we're almost out of time.
Really?
Yes. So, see, doesn't the podcast go quick, buddy? Guess what minute we're at?
34th.
We are at the 35th and a half.
Oh, I was close.
Pretty good.
When we went to go watch the A's-Rays game, I'm sorry, I said A's. I meant Astros. Astros-Rays game. Great game. Garrett Cole is on fire.
Yeah, my Rays.
Yeah, Cal and I are both Rays fans.
Yeah, Rays up.
The fights were on, UFC fights. I'm not a big fight guy.
I enjoy watching
I
a
enjoy
UFC
'em.
fight.
There was a dude in the title card match. Do you remember the title card match? I don't know. I'm kind of just speaking. It was a guy from Nigeria, but he represents New Zealand, and he had a whole dance routine, his intro.
The New Zealand like wasn't it like a ritual dance.
The haka. It was like a hybrid haka and trap music dance. His name is
That's awesome.
Israel Adesanya, I think.
Did he win or
He
lose?
run by knockout in the second.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I watched that one. But yeah, he had a weird dance thing, and it confused me a little bit. That's why I don't know. I don't like fighting. I'm not trying to sound like a pussy or anything, but like I don't know, it just like doesn't interest me. I like boxing surprisingly more than fighting because I think boxing, like the endurance and like the mental side of boxing is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like learning and stuff. I mean, obviously that exists in MMA too, but and I'm not a big UFC fan. But we can talk about baseball real quick
Go ahead.
to end it. Actually, I'm going to talk about Famouk real quick. I've decided.
All right, do it.
Usually
Famouk's
Steg
up.
transitions
I'm
me in, but
excited
no. I'm talking about Famouk. So we missed like five or something stories.
Let's hear it.
Famouk. But most of them were the same theme.
What were they?
It was Famouk's birthday.
Oh,
What the-
I do remember seeing a UCF men's basketball poster.
And they hit him with cupcakes on the head, and he was all happy. So Famouk, I would like to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy
It's
birthday, Famouk.
a bit belated. But no, I did buy you a gift, Famouk, so if you want to come by my apartment anytime.
Party.
We could throw a Famouk party.
That'd be awesome.
How old do you think Famouk is? Let's guess. I think I know it because I know everything about Famouk, but
20 years old.
I believe he's 21.
21. He can legally drink now.
Hey, Famouk. He is... it's loading. He is... No, it's not going to tell me here. All right.
Oh,
Oh, this is sad, bro. Why do you have to
now
do
you
this?
gotta
Just
keep
text
us in
him.
suspense for his real age.
Oh, I'm on his UCF, and look at his two pictures. It's him when he wasn't blonde and then blonde.
He used to have like short dreads.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
Famouk has changed, bro. I'll try to find his age. But no, Famouk, come by my apartment. Oh, you just heard my mic. Come by my apartment, and I'll give you your gift, Famouk. I'm so happy you know, another year of blessed life. Another year I get to enjoy with you. Another, more opportunities for some good Famouk memories.
So
So
can we
happy
hear the
birthday,
gift?
buddy. I hope you enjoyed it. Had a good time with your friends. Your friend that does the Millie Rock in the suit. I bet he was at your party because he was also on the story. I don't remember his name, but it was him giving a presentation or something like that.
Are you gonna tell us what the gift is, or are you keeping
No,
it
surprise.
Yeah, surprise for Famouk.
Absolutely, surprise.
Build his interest, see if he comes.
Yeah, no, I mean, keep him on edge because, who wouldn't want a free gift though? Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
It's gotta be pretty nice though.
Yeah, but it's like a
be,
gift's a
yeah.
gift, bro. It comes from my heart. He knows I love him. Like, you know what I mean?
does he though?
Yeah.
No, I think he does. You know what I mean though? Like,
Yeah.
like if do you have any younger siblings? Either of you? Zuck, you're the youngest,
I'm
aren't
the
you?
youngest in my family.
Cal,
I
you do.
I do.
Like when your brother or sister was like 4 and they like drew you something, it's like out of their heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
We can't be
did-
materialistic on the podcast.
You did get a picture with Famouk at the UCF tailgate at the UConn game.
Yep.
that picture is available on Nights in the AM Instagram page.
Oh, thanks for plugging it for me, buddy.
You had to make sure you get a plug in at some point.
Absolutely great picture. I was thinking about posting on my Instagram with the caption boyfriend, but Steggy said not to.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, a little far maybe.
Especially if you're trying to get him to come by the apartment to pick up his gift.
Well, I'm a big fan, bro.
Idea. You are.
I'm not sexually attracted to the man. I'm just platonically attracted to the man. But I mean, no, I don't have any other major sports. NFL's going on, but I don't care. My fantasy team's actually doing well, but I'm still going to lose.
In our league, I am 0-4 and losing hope quickly.
I am 1-3, and I'm going to score over 140 points this week and probably lose because Christian McCaffrey got almost 50.
This week in our league, I am losing by 70. I think my score has been doubled. I think I have 70 points, and the person I'm playing has 140.
That's bad.
When I was drafting, I thought I was doing well, but turns out all my players decided to either get injured at the beginning of the season or play like crap.
Yeah, I mean, I have Tyreek Hill, and I traded D-Hop away.
Yeah.
For T.Y. Hilton and Damian Williams.
Which has proven to be a decent trade.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played yet, but D-Hop had another slow week, so
yeah,
I'm fine with it. He doesn't get targets anymore, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know why.
Yeah, Will Fuller did really well today. He had right? 2 touchdowns. But yeah, no, that's all I got. Do you have any other remarks you'd like to make? How was your first podcast experience, guys?
I felt like it went pretty well, pretty smoothly.
Cal?
Yeah. I don't think there was any dead air, so...
That's all it's about. Cal, you were a little quiet. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's good, man. You had fun? You had a fun time?
Bro.
You going to take over for me when you need to?
We'll see.
Not a fan?
No, I am.
He's too much of a fan. He doesn't want to...
oh, yeah, you don't want to get it spoiled for you, bro.
Yeah,
hey, but Zuck and Cal, please still listen. Download on Spotify and all that.
Yeah,
5 stars.
Download.
Are you going to do it? You want to do it?
What? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to plug it real quick.
Oh, okay, because I always do the little outro thing.
I always listen on Spotify personally. It's a great, easy way to listen. But please listen on anywhere podcasts are available.
That is true. I will go into it now. Specifically, thank you guys for watching. If you're listening on... I said watching. I always say watching. You know,
you always mess this up, man.
Yeah, come on. You got to get it right at some point.
All right. Give me a sec to compose myself.
Yeah, restart. Just restart and get it right this time. Let's see if we can have a smooth outro.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're listening on iTunes, please give us a 5 stars. If not, you can listen on Spotify, as Zuck mentioned, Google Play, Podbay, anywhere else. You can check out our website, nightsintheam.transistor.fm. Once again, Zuck plugged our Instagram already, Nights in the AM. Also a Facebook page. Anywhere you're listening, please give us some downloads, shout-outs, anything you're doing. But no, great episode. Thank you so much, Zuck and Cal, for helping out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Goodbye.